Hello everyone, this is Mugundan Raghavan, and this video we are going to install some of the necessary softwares for our Autogen framework. First one, obviously, we need the Python because we are going to code in Python language. And we are going to use the VS Code or Visual Studio Code as our IDE. Then we will install the Autogen. Along with that, as the last part, we can create the Groq account. So let's see why do we need this at the end of the video, and let's start from the first step. So here you can see, so this is the documentation from the Autogen to install the Autogen. However, in this, the first step Python version should be lesser than 3.13 and greater than or equal to 3.8. If you go to the Python and if you go to the downloads, you can see all the releases. In all the releases, you can select whichever you want. Since they told it should be lesser than 3.13, then you can select appropriately. Then after installing, you can confirm whether the Python is installed there or not. Here you can see I have installed Python 3.10. After that, you can go to the website called code.visualstudio.com so that you can install the VS Code as your IDE. After installing, you can check VS or Visual Studio Code. You will have the application. Then we are going to the documentation of the installation. And as part of installation, we can use the different ways. However, we are going to use the virtual environment. The main point about virtual environment is just to ensure that your dependencies for Autogen is isolated from your system. Even you can have the different virtual environments based on the different projects. In simple words, we can follow the same steps as they mentioned under the tab called VENV. For that, we open the Visual Studio Code first and click on File, Open Folder, create a new folder. I'm creating Autogen Demo, select folder. Now here you can see the terminal, new terminal. Then we are following the first step, python3.venv. And this is the steps which will create the virtual environment. And here you can see it has created the virtual environment. In the documentation, they have mentioned we should execute the activate. And it is showing like it is under the bin. However, as per the latest folder creation, it is under actually scripts. Let's switch to the folder. Now I am in the scripts folder. Now I am going to execute the activate. Now here you can see the virtual environment has been created. Now next one, you can deactivate in later stage if you want. Now we are going to install the Autogen. Now currently in the project folder, pip install Autogen -agent chart. Even sometimes I used to get some different errors when I install only this one. So maybe I will install again pip install only Autogen. So now we have installed both Autogen and Autogen -agent chart. Now we will go to the Groq. So why do we need Groq? Because in Autogen, if you are the user or if you have the subscription with OpenAI, it will be very easy for you to create the OpenAPI key, right? But if you want to use the open LLM models, then Groq is the best way. Why? Because this is a simple AI interface. Even though we can use the open LLM models, that may not be directly available to us. So that this Groq will be the AI interface so that they will have the high-end chips in which they will run the LLM models, basically the open LLM models. All you need to do is like just create an account here, and even you can play around in this playground, or you can create the code. Basically, this is the code, directly interact with the models, or you can integrate with our Autogen framework. Basically, we are going to create we are going to use the free open LLM models. So that's the reason we don't want to use any paid LLM models in our total framework. And also our framework is so flexible so that we can use the different LLM. So that's the reason in order to use that, we are going to create the Groq Cloud account. It can be easily created by using your existing Google account. Okay, so once you create it, even you can play around here or you can get the API keys. You can just click on the API keys, you can create the API keys. So today we have seen the basic installation, Python installation, which is the version less than 3.13. then IDE VS Code installation, then Autogen installation. In Autogen installation also, we have seen some of the minor changes, and also we have installed not only Autogen-agent chart, but also the pip install Autogen. Then we have just briefly seen about a Groq account and why it is required. And once you have the account, maybe in next video, we will try to use that same, and we will try to create a simple API call by using the Groq. And this is all about this video, and always be a rainbow in others' cloud.